YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XL. Alright, welcoming you back to the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, we have a very interesting deck to play today. That's right. It's a very comical deck. We're playing Dark Eradicator Warlock OTK. It's a very cheesy sort of deck, a very fun time sort of deck. Very fragile, but very powerful when it works out. Basic idea, summon out this dude, start playing normal spells. You keep doing that, and every time a normal spell goes off, your opponent takes the damage. They take 1,000 damage for each normal spell. So, we got ourselves a deck here today, and we're going to be trying it out on good old EDO Pro, that Wild West of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to show off wombos and combos, and with any luck, we'll get to show off the full thing. This deck's not super consistent, but we're going to give it our best shot. So, we're going to go into it today, and big old shout to the God of Cheese, who mentioned this deck in stream, so I decided to add it to the roster. He didn't really ask for it, but he's going to get it. So there you go. So we're going to go in there. We're going to show off them wombo combos, have ourselves a good old time. Deck list is going to be at the end, of course, but it's pretty simple deck list. You can probably tell from what it's on screen, but I'll mention it anyway. But for now, let's get into the duels and see what this deck can do. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent, another day, another card game. We really want to go first, and we didn't get to pick. I mean, we could still technically do something. We'll see how it goes. I don't quite have the hand, but it's a hand where we can at least conceivably try to do something, but this deck does not go well through interruptions. So we'll see. Okay. Conceivable that this could work. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with the Magician's Souls. We're going to go ahead, ditch a Dark Magician. If you're not using this art for Dark Magician, you're objectively in the wrong. And we're going to send our Magician's Soul to the graveyard to summon back the Dark Magician. And my opponent could be playing a lot of different things. Could be playing Labyrinths. Could be playing just Lockdown of some form. Is playing Trap Monsters, I would assume. Okay. Not quite, but close. Kinda, sorta close. Okay, but we got ourselves our spell. We're gonna activate the Soulful Servant. Lets me put any card that mentions the Dark Magician on top of my deck, and then, because this card's busted, I can banish it, and then immediately draw that card, because I happen to have the Dark Magician. But yes, this is in fact the Dark Magicians, as I expected it to be. And he's got a poo-poo. Okay. I can live with that. I can live with this. I mean, he's negating this Soul Servant. But luckily, whoever designed this card was a foolish fool, and they decided, hey, it doesn't need to be once per turn. So we're going to go for the Magician's Rod. And the Magician's Rod will just give me another one. Hey. Oh, there you go. Alright, once again, Soulful Servant. That way I can... Hopefully he does have another one of these darn things, but... Because of course he does! Alright, well... We're going to have to rely on the heart of the cards then. We're just going to have to, like, gun it. Soulful Servant, baby. Get another Dark Magician. Not what we want, but we'll see where this goes. Let's go for the Spellbook O Knowledge. Ditching a Spellcaster. Drawing more cards. The whole idea of this deck, if you couldn't tell from obvious things being obvious, is that we're trying to get out the Eradicator Warlock, and then we just, spend some spells, and we just keep trying to draw stuff. Okay, that's better than nothing. Okay, let's go for our boss, the Eradicator Warlock. Every time a normal spell is played, I get to deal 1,000 damage to the opponent. Unfortunately, he's not playing any spells that we could... Well, he might have, like, Magic Planter. Conceivably, he has Magical Planter, but I doubt it. Alright, what are we drawn to? I mean, that's a normal spell, but I kind of want the hand trap right at the moment. Alright, well, unfortunately, we probably could have gotten closer to an OTK, or at least more damage, if he just didn't do that. Let's see, a monster destroy battle, set it in the spell trap zone instead. And I can't... Yeah, continuous traps can't be destroyed by battle card effects, so I'm really just stuck with this guy. But that's the idea of this deck. Like I said, you go first with it, so you avoid the interruptions. If you get interrupted with this deck, it is not easy to win. It's still possible. It is still possible. It's just very difficult. It's a very difficult time to win, especially with this guy having, like, we haven't seen the, what's his face? We haven't seen the one guy. What was his name? It was something. Gary Stew. Something Boo Boo. What was it called? The Statue of Anguish pattern. That's the one. That's the guy. And Crackdown. That also does not help. He's just gonna steal my stuff, and now I'm taking burn damage. That's not fair. That's my shtick. Alright, well. I mean, I could deal with my own Eradicator Warlock, but not very well. Oh, yeah, I think I'm just dead. I'm pretty much just dead. So, unfortunate that's what happened, but you get the idea of what we're trying to do. At least from this duel, you get to see what we're trying to do here. See, he did have a spell. But yeah, we're just trying to get out the Eradicator Warlock and then go for damage. You know, that's what we do. We play a bunch of spells, and then my opponent takes lots of damage. Tremendous Fire is a tremendous card in this deck. So let's go ahead for duel number 2. Pick ourselves back up. I can't come back from this. This deck has no recoverability. So, yeah, we'll see in duel numero dos. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. And this time I get to go first, which is what we want to see happen. Alright, what do we have? Ooh, I can deal with that. Alright. Let's go with our Fusion Dispatchy. Hey, ho, ho, get out the Dark Magician flow. Alright, we'll summon out our Dark Magician, that master of magicians, and then just immediately be like, hello, it is I, the Dark Eradicator Warlock. Let's just go for Allure of Darkness. Amazing card in this deck. We play a lot of Dark Monsters. It is a good card. Let's see. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Do some burn damage. We're going to be our Tremendous Fire. Best card in the deck. 1,000 damage to the opponent with no restrictions on it. And hey, my opponent takes extra damage, so it's even better. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and use the Magician's Souls. We're going to send our last... Well, I wish that I should have put another Palladium in this deck. Well, that's my own fault. But I'm going to send an Eradicator Warlock to the graveyard. And then we're going to special summon the Magician's Souls. That way I can get an additional draw and maybe an additional... Oh, I'll get 2 draws off of this because I can just banish this. Nice. Very nice. Well, yeah, so far, this is what we wanted to see with this deck. Okay, another Rod. That's good. I at least have something to banish. That's good. Okay. Yeah, this will work. This will work. This is what we do. This is we go balls to the walls, play all these spells, keep drawing more things. We got Unto the Void. So, actually, that's game. That's game! OTK, baby! That's what we like to see! All right. Picked ourselves. See, that's what happens when we want everything to go right. Okay, we go first. Open up with the Warlock. Just start spamming spells, okay? He's just like rapid casting. That's what we like to see. All right, so proof of concept is there. We'll keep going, though. We got a couple more duels. These are going to be very, very quick duels, so I'm going to rack up a bunch of losses, probably, but who cares? We got to see the Eradicator do his thing. Let's go for duel number 3. All right, here's the third opponent, the fighting third. Gonna go fighting, and we get to go first. Nice, nice indeed. All right, what do we have for a hand, though? Okay. Boom. Boom. That's like combo right there. That is combo for days. Let's go Fusion Deploy. Come forth, mighty Dark Magician, and do your thing. All right. See, the only thing that could have, in theory, I suppose there is some thing for, like, putting in more Palladiums just for extra draws in this deck, but really the most important thing in this deck is just getting the Eradicator Warlock. It's nice that the new support actually helps to do this. It's very helpful. But yes, Dark Eradicator Warlock, Jimmy. And now I shall burn you. And maybe this guy's playing spells. That's the thing. It doesn't just count my spells. It counts my opponents as well. So the more spells they play, the better. Are you going to ash this? Potential. It's possible. You know, he might look at my deck and be like, maybe I should ash this? I wouldn't blame him for it. It would just be annoying. Discard the Soulful Servant, because that's all we have. What are we up against? Vaalmonica. That's a ritual deck, right? Or something like that. That has, or not rituals. The pendulum. They're pendulum based. Okay, that's an interesting little thing. That's an interesting little thing if you think about it. Because the pendulum scales kind of spells. So that's 2,000 damage. Thanks. Thanks. It tries very hard. It does try very hard. I'm just gonna keep this in my hand. I got nothing else I can play at the moment. I could end phase play Soul Servant, but it doesn't really matter because we already got the boy. I'd rather keep this in case I get the Soul Servant. I can see it looks fun. Yeah. At least okay, we got someone who can appreciate our silly stuff. What does this do? This card summon. Add a Vaalmonica card from the deck to the hand except for itself. Sent to the grave. Okay, he has a quick play. Unfortunately, Eradicator doesn't work on quick play spells. Otherwise, this deck would be completely broken. I can just play a bunch of quick play, like Book of Moons and things, to flip my opponent's monsters, burn them to death in the middle of it. But no, that's not how it works. Sad to say. Sad to say. But it's what it is. He's got all these non-normal spells. What are these fancy markings on my opponent's cards? They're unnecessary. I gotta be like Magnificus from Inscribed and just get rid of them. My opponent's he's playing around. He read my card. Smart guy. And unfortunately that'll get around my stuff. So I think I might just be screwed. I don't know what this deck does. Add a Vaalmonica monster, pendulum, 3 resonators counters, target a monster, take control of it. Okay. But my opponent seems to be able, at least in part, to play around my Eradicator Warlock. Never mind, you fool. You played a normal spell. You foolish fool. I mean, you're gaining life points, which sucks, but you're still going to take damage. Still going to take the damage. But my monsters get weaker. But, you know, you can only play like 5 more spells, just for the record. Just for the record. But yeah, we'll see where this guy goes with this. Seems like a pretty chill dude, and those are very rare on EDO Pro, so I'm happy for that. What are you doing now? All the Vaalmonicas. Oh yeah, this is a deck that I'm actually going to be playing in a few weeks. This is for like day 51, 52, something like that. But yeah, this guy, he's able to get around my stuff. He's got quick play spells. He's got all these counters, and I don't know if I can get around that. Yeah, I think I'm screwed again, but at least we got to get the combo off in part. You know, sometimes you get part of the combo, and you hope your opponent's playing normal spells, and then, you know, then you start burning them when they play their own plays, and then he bounces my Warlock. All right, so we've lost this one. Well, that's fine. Let's go for duel number 4. What are we on, 4? Yeah, duel number 4. Alrighty, I lost count. Is this 4th duel? Whatever duel this is in the future, we're on to this duel, and we're gonna go whole hog into it. Alright, Eradicator, Rod. That's not enough for what I need to do, though. I need more things. So we're gonna have to be a little snarky about it, and we'll see where this goes. I mean, I've got the Rod. I can get the Soul. The Soul will get me my things. The question is what we do after that, because I need this dude. Let's see, if I just put this dude on the top of my deck, and then but I won't be able to draw him. Well, maybe we can draw him. Alright, folks. We're gonna have to go balls deep. I activate the Cup of Ace! Yeah! That's what I like to see. Alright, ditch the Dark Magician. Send this boy to the grave and summon forth the Dark Magician. That's what I... See, I really like to play more of Mother Flippin' Pot of the Cup of Ace. It's a very finicky card. It is a very, very finicky card. You have to be careful. Also, fun fact, we do have 2 of these. They do stack. Just for the record, it rarely happens, but this card does stack. Just so you know. I have normal summoned. Okay. I was about to say. Oh, if I get Monster Reborn, maybe. Let's go ahead and activate the Sacred Sword of 7 stars. Because I really don't need to double up on that, but it's just a cool option. But there you go. We're going into it. We'll see if we win this one. All right. This will put him down to 3. That'll put him down to 2. Depends on if I draw another spell or not. We'll find out in a minute. If not, I do technically have a hand trap, so it's better than nothing. All right. Come on, baby. I can't use this again. Do the locomotion with me. Come on, baby. There you go. Got another OTK. Like I said, when this deck works, it works pretty good. When it doesn't, you just die. But there you go. We got 2 wins, 2 losses. I think my brain is melting. Let's go for one more duel, just a tiebreaker. See what the true power of this deck. All right, everybody, the 5th and final duel. Let's go all in, baby. My wizards are prepped and ready for battle. Not with this hand, though. You shall see. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Activate the Cup of Ace. And hey, draw some... Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Literally. All right. Fusion deployment. Summon forth the Magician who is dark. And then we shall activate the Soulful Servant. This way we can put Eradicator Boy on top of the deck. And then immediately draw the guy. Because at the very end of the day, that's the easiest part of this is like... You know, getting to this dude isn't as hard. It's just like sometimes it's involved. Sometimes. But we got it into the void. Let's draw another card. Can we double dip? Yes, we can! Oh, yes! The power of burn! The power! The power! I should have played this for Troll Week. This is such a stupid trolly deck. But this is what we're doing today, folks. So, that's... Okay, we're gonna have to go for it. We don't have any other we gotta give it a shot. So we're gonna play Magician Girl, add ourselves to work. When it works, it works. Some just don't mention imperm. Just don't mention that guy. Don't mention it. Listen, if you get impermed in this deck, you literally just lose. You kind of just lose at that point. Because if you get impermed in this deck, you just lose. That's all there is to it. But there you go. We got the OTK 3 times. Way better than in testing. Oh, my Lord. This is great. All right. So there you go, folks. We got 3 OTKs. We cheesed the crap out of people. All right. Let's get out of here. We've shown off this deck in all of its glory. Let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So Eradicator Warlock Burn did phenomenally better than I was expecting. With how this game is nowadays, I was expecting to get impermed and ashed and effect veilered and drawn Lockbird and something else that I'm not aware of that allows my opponent to just annihilate my board. Things of that nature I was expecting fully. But you know, we got 3 of them OTKs. Phenomenal. Love it. Can't get enough of it. So I'm very happy with how this deck turned out. Worked way better than expected. And it's such a painfully simple thing. You could probably even go harder if you put in like more magicians just for that extra draw for this, but wasn't as necessary as one would think. Suppose I could have put like a Foolish Burial and like a Palladium for like an extra 1-card draw, but don't need to overcomplicate this deck. It's just what it is. It works surprisingly well. And so, thank you very much for watching. It's been a good one. If y'all enjoyed all the burn and the silliness of this deck, hit the like button. It's very much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button, too. Get us to 800. It's time, my brothers, to get to 800. But yes, real quick, the deck list, and then we'll go for the end. So, for the main deck, pretty simple. We got triple Dark Magician with the best artwork. We have triple Eradicator Warlock because we really need to get this guy on the field. We got 1 Apprentice Illusion for searching as well as just as a hand trap. Originally played at 3, but I find 1 is just fine. Triple Rod because getting into Soul Servant is very useful. Triple Souls because it really makes a lot of things work in this deck. whether getting out Magician or just drawing extra cards. Triple Lure for obvious reasons. Triple Deployment to get out Magician even harder. Double Spellbook. Yeah, double the Spellbook is just fine. We don't always have a monster to tribute or whatever, but this works just fine because it just gives us extra draws, normal spell. Cup of Ace goes hard when it works, and it gets my burn off regardless. Double Sacred Sword of the 7 stars because level 7s. Triple Tremendous Fire, never play anything less in this deck because it's amazing. Card Destruction for obvious reasons. We have triple Dark Will Dealings for draw and burn. Monster Born, more burn, and potential double on this. 2 Spellbook of Secrets for normal spell plus getting more normal spell. Void, more draw, more normal spell, more burn. Triple Soul Servant lets me set up my Warlock. And then I have 1 copy of Monster Born again because I figured why the heck not. You can obviously replace this with whatever normal spell you can think of, like Popper Up or Monster Slots or Pot of the Thigh, whatever you want. It's more of a preference spot there. Extra deck is completely irrelevant. As you can tell, we don't really care about it. The only thing you care about is having like one of the Dark Magician fusions so you can use your fusion deployment. I put in a couple links just because, and I was originally running Spellbook Blue Boy because that's why Area's here, but don't worry about that. And then Link Karibo's here for good luck. And hey, we ran 3 of him, and we got 3 OTKs. So if you want to guarantee 3 OTKs, play 3 Link Karibo. There you go. As a side note, I was also considering the engine that is Dogmatica. That again overcomplicates matters. So play whatever you want. Dump a Garura, get more draws, etc., etc. But yes, that's today's deck. Thank you very much for watching. Your boy Memphis signing out. Tomorrow we're playing a Monarch deck, the Fishnark.